Twitch chat, give me the energy that it needs.
You have misspelled placed into abyss.
That is correct. That is
that no hesitation is going off now.
There we go.
They have 8 people.
I forgot to correct that yesterday. I forgot to correct it. What a disaster. Place seed into the abyss.
Yeah, yes, I know what kerning is. I actually have a Photoshop certification. I don't need to be informed.
Well, either there's a huge delay in between the messages getting across, or placed into abyss just started.
That's what I've seen.
10 seconds late. So we're good, I think. The timers, as long as the timers work, they'll be sorted.
The timers are accurate, I think.
And both teams are now engaged, Slothosaur, and they're doing the usual strategy that most guilds have shown. The difference in the teams here is no hesitation is running with 8 men, and like we saw Harmonize do before, IA is running with 7.
And that worked out in their favor.
It definitely worked out. They've picked up that lost DPS on the last encounter. That was or lost time on the last encounter with that extra man in their favor, which turned out to be the way to go apparently.
Definitely did. Having those additional players really sped it up, and especially in the last phase, because it in fact looked fairly even throughout a good chunk of that Matthias phase. It's only in the last 40% was where Harmonize really started getting a lot of work done and gaining that extra time. Will we see a repeat of that here?
Really good question. This is about, what is that? The second Revenant we've seen in any team comp on at all. We've got a Revenant on IA's squad.
Oh,
we haven't seen one of those in a while.
What's that? Can you guys remind me what those are? Did they add that in the expansion or something like that?
The new profession added by the expansion and deleted by the Halloween balance patch.
It's a hidden feature.
A hidden feature, hey. But I believe in a low man scenario, it's a very, very powerful tool actually.
Most definitely. We still see it used very effectively, especially in dungeons, but you rarely see it. And I think, as I said, this is like the second or third time that we've seen it throughout this entire tournament that a Revenant is actually being used. I don't remember who the first one was, but this is definitely interesting to watch. The two teams are basically neck and neck. I mean, they're a couple of seconds apart. Yeah, they've got 10% difference on the Slothosaur.
Well, that is what happens when you have more players, I suppose.
Definitely, it pulls them ahead. It's going to be interesting to see what they, if they're basically just copying what Harmonize did, the exact same.
Well, the rip-off. The rip-off?
I mean, it worked out for them, so why not?
Oh, I think a little bit of trouble on that break bar actually there is IA. Taking a really long time to get through that. Not very good at all.
Quite slowly.
Yeah, that's a lot of lost time there. And of course, he is totally invulnerable while he is asleep. I wish I had that feature. It would be very, very useful.
Well, we saw the Sloth Shake take down a player. He is down, but they got him back up. That was an unfortunate situation.
And the Sloth...
one of the most deadly attacks for the Slothosaur right there.
Absolutely.
Showing its strength.
If you get that, you will get so many conditions. It will more or less one-shot you in a single tick if you're unable to get rid of it in time, because especially with a low health pool like an Elementalist, if you get 25 stacks of every damaging condition, you will not fare too well on that.
Definitely not. As they're approaching the... Oh, it seems like no hesitation is... Oh, okay. They had a party member down on the last 9% health of Slothosaur. The teams are still 10% apart, which is, I mean, that is neck and neck, even closer than we saw in the last fight, or the last match.
Certainly seems that way, and
it's definitely going to be interesting to see if they can keep up the pace, because in that case, yeah, we're going to see some interesting Matthias runs.
Alright, well, no hesitation, have down the Sloth. They will be doing a quick player swap, and then moving on to the trio, whereas IA are just going to be finishing off the Sloth, and then moving on. just a few percentages of his health left over. They're taking a lot of heat though with all those conditions. A lot of boons and forced to take another mushroom. I'm not sure if that's actually the correct choice there for IA. I think they should just finish the sloth off. Those patches won't disappear.
Yeah, it's got 1%.
Yeah,
and there's dead.
So yeah, I think a little bit of fear there, fearing those mushroom patches from IA. But they're not really too far behind whatsoever. And a really cool strategy, actually, from HT. They start the event early and then have this other player that which we're watching, Swapperino, and then start contributing to the fight. Well, actually, I think he's actually catching up before they started it.
It seems like No Hesitation is taking their time to clear a lot of the mobs outside and then entering the camp instead of...
Wow.
That can be quite a loss in there.
I think that's really bad. Isn't that a complete disaster?
It's a good 20-second loss at least, and just from that.
Yeah, not good at all there for HT.
Yeah, IA went directly into the camp, and No Hesitation. They
hesitated.
They hesitated.
That was not good at all. They lost a lot of time there, I think.
Yeah, even on the event timer, they are IA is now 10 seconds ahead. So yeah, that was not smart.
No. Overcautious for sure. Overcautious.
Yeah. Should hesitate less.
They should hesitate less and need to live up to their name a little bit more. I think we see IA using 8 here though, right? They have, what was that, 5, 6, 7, 8? That's an interesting choice.
Yeah.
So we've
got,
So they're going for 7, 8, 9 instead of 10 on Matthias.
Yeah.
Interesting.
They're apparently not too confident in
defeating Narella.
They're playing it a little bit more safe on Narella, I think. Yeah.
Yeah.
She is a horrible situation to mess up on. You really do not want to play around with that.
I think this is a pretty...
Don't want to play with fire.
Don't play with fire, kids. You heard it here first, on stream.
I think that's certainly a valid strategy, as the difference between 10 players and 9 is less than the, if the difference between any more lower than that, right? If it's one player is not too much of a big deal, but losing 2 or 3 players, that can be a serious situation to have. And just having that more even distribution will make this trio a lot more stable.
Most definitely. And No Hesitation is going with 7 then. So we're going to see, am I right in saying that we're going to see 9 for both teams on Matthias?
What do they have here? I believe so, because they've traded players almost here. So IA have an additional 1 here, but they had a 1 less on Sloth. So yes, it will be 9 on Matthias. So in theory, whoever enters the fight first will have the upper hand. Of course, that's disregarding composition, because we have seen a little bit of a mixed bag on Matthias actually so far here. See if we, well, I mean, I guess there's kind of different strategies where you can use necromancers that can be very, very safe and just transfer all the conditions with the plague signet, but then you kind of sacrifice a certain level of DPS as well, because you can get more aggressive stuff like a Connie Mesmer, right? But a Connie Mesmer is also really great because you can actually have the feedback on that Mesmer as well.
Necromancer provides more DPS uptime.
The gap between the two teams right now are very negligible. Negligible. That word, you know what I mean.
Very neckbeardable.
Neckbeardable.
Negligible.
Yes. They are neck and neck. They are side by side in this race right now. Yeah. It's all going to come down to the execution of Matthias, really. This is just a time sink for both of the teams.
Pretty much. But apparently we're complete clowns again. It seems that HT went 7-7? Not 8? Are we actually just complete clowns? Is that what happened here? Negligible. Exactly.
That word. Neckbeardable.
A bunch of bullables. If that's the case, HT will be very happy, even though with a slight mistake. But I could have sworn they had less. IA had less players.
Yeah, didn't they?
Nope. Who's the clown, Twitch chat? Are we the clowns, or is Twitch chat the clown?
We should write this down.
Yeah. Oh, there are only 9 in squad, so 2 dead.
No, they're 10. 10 in squad.
I don't know, guys.
Someone's cocking up. We're the clowns. Everyone's saying we're the clowns.
We're the clowns.
Good.
They had 7. This is some god tier commentary. They added a 10th during trio. Well, there we go then. Teapot clown, yeah. If you want to use that, but you're gonna have to subscribe, yo. But as you can see, IA just finishing off Zane. But in hot pursuit are no hesitation as their stream freezes on my screen. Amazing.
Oh, goodness.
It's alright though.
The stream is hesitating.
It is hesitating. Fortunately, it catches up and we're good to go. I'm the worst horror clown. What the hell is that? I don't even know what that means. What does that even mean? I put shoe on head to prove it's not pre-recorded. Nah, it is pre-recorded.
Yeah, all of these teams are completely exploiting by just recording their best runs and giving it, playing that on the stream.
You can tell by the pixels that this is pre-recorded.
Oh yeah, definitely. A low quality. Oof.
There's not a lot of pixels. They have less pixels than they have DPS. Actually, that's not even good. That's not even saying much. They have less pixels than they have DPS uptime.
That Saboteur got awfully close for no hesitation to actually blow up his bomb.
It wouldn't be the end of the world if one got through, though. As if 2 get through, then that's where the situation. That was wait. Now chat is arguing with each other as to how many they actually have. So I'm not sure who to trust here. I don't trust myself at all, though. There's the real joke of it. And just waiting for the spawn of Narella is IA. The whoop. There goes the keg. It does land. And all right, really nice tornado there for IA. It launches all the way up to the stairs there, so it won't be a problem for them for a very long time. And they have a bunch of people to lure and continue to lure that tornado around. Oh wow, look at that beautiful burning retreat through it.
2 tornadoes.
Oh wow, great. Oh,
in the gem store.
Don't want to get cornered by that, but really, really nice there by IA, just completely denying one of those mechanics. And just another oil keg. And very shortly, Narella will be eliminated. However, we go back to look at HT. They are also doing very well indeed.
Both teams they're not losing anything on. Oh, we have 2 people down on Narella now for no hesitation.
Getting the shovels.
But they're still getting they're still gonna get Narella without problem.
They're making short work of this boss.
4 people were gonna die there.
Yeah.
End up GGing and then cut. There we go.
Not the end of the world, though.
Both teams are gliding to the little section before Matthias now. Get that out of the way.
And it is pretty close.
It is all going to come down to the very last second, I believe.
Yep. It will be how much of a clown fiesta will happen on this boss. Because if a few players go down for either team, the DPS is just going to slow down so much that the other will certainly be getting an advantage. And that will be happening most likely in the later stages of the fight, so there really won't be much chance to recover. If a wipe happens, it is pretty much completely over.
Unless we see a double wipe, obviously. But that is very unlikely at this point. Even though I believe that both teams are well aware of the other team's situation, so I would not be surprised to know that, or to find out that they're both pretty stressed for time or pressing themselves. And right now, as soon as they enter the Matthias battle, it is all about the DPS uptime.
It really is
all about just sticking to the ball and getting those seconds in. Precious seconds. It is going to be devastatingly close in this fight. If
we take a look at the composition, we have no Necromancer so far for IA, and we do have a Necromancer for HT. So they have a very, very safe, stable composition there with that just really great condition management that the Necromancer will bring to the table. Whereas looks like HT, IA rather, going with only a Condi Mesmer. And we're going to rely on Druids and so on for mass cleanse.
Both teams seem to be lining up for Matthias right now. We have no hesitation with 10 players. The optimal situation, obviously, and IA with 9. And both teams are engaging Matthias now. So it is all going to come down to the DPS uptime, the execution. If
Check
No
out-
Hesitation keeps all players alive and just stick on the ball, keep their head cool and leveled, they will take this fight just because of that one extra player advantage.
And look at this filth on our Necromons, which you have the perspective of for HT, using the seed turrets and not even going for that flesh golem, going for all-out DPS. Yeah, dirty racial exploits here for this Necromancer, so really just trying to push out every little bit of DPS. As in fact, after the Lich Form nerf, the seed turrets are indeed superior to Lich Form, and in fact, they're actually superior to a whole bunch of things. If you're going to play Condi Druid, I believe seed turrets are actually stronger than Entangle.
Racial skills needs a nerf.
Needs enough. Broken, guys. Broken.
Yeah,
These seed
Avatar,
turrets.
Grinth, and Bear form too.
These seed turrets are just
wonderful
out of
skills.
control. Just out of control with these seed turrets. Either way, this will be quite a fast clear for both these teams here. Definitely looking at sub 20 minutes, I would say.
Oh yeah, sure, definitely.
Absolutely.
If nothing goes wrong.
Yeah, I mean, I say that, and then everyone wipes, right?
Exactly.
It
It's going to
could
very
be
fast.
it could be a Veil Guardian. We do not know yet.
Could be a Velguardian.
Do you think they're gonna find their shovels?
I think Veil Guardian has Veil Guardian been the most troublesome boss? I think it has, right?
Yep.
We should force Digging a Hole to all transmute their back pieces to the universal multi-tools. That would be a meme.
Come on. This is actually just bullying, guys. Why are we bullying Digging a Hole? They turned up, they didn't have a lot of time to practice. They're all excellent players from various guilds. They did their best, okay? And they did well. It just didn't quite work out for them. Their strategies were a little bit too on the razor's edge for relatively returning players.
I think everyone gets the joke about digging a hole, but let's return to the actual fight here.
All this flame.
We saw two players go down, and two players now again go down for No Hesitation.
Ugh.
They keep picking them up, and they still have that 10% advantage. They're now going into the Abomination phase. All 10 members are alive, up, and ready. And they just need to keep their head cool now because they are 10% ahead of IA.
But we've seen us similarly do this.
IA with their nine man composition have not struggled whatsoever. They have not, as far as I've seen, had any players down. They seem to be managing very well. Oh, we have another player down for No Hesitation. He is getting very low, but they are.
Looks like they should be able to pick him back up,
That
though.
explosion might take out. Oh, yeah, they got him up.
Dropping very, very low
close.
as
Very
well.
close.
Very close call. Oh, he's getting
The
picked up by.
Necro's down in a ghost.
Oh dear, this is getting a little bit chaotic
It's
here.
a little bit clownish.
It's turning into a bit of a fiesta. There could be some problems here. Tornado completely wreaking havoc there.
Oh, he's getting. Oh, he's
Necro's
taken
down.
out by a ghost another time. God.
And he's
That
lost
explosion.
his blade signet as well. He's not going to have that passive up for a while, so the rest of the team is going to be dealing with a lot of poison stacks.
It's very, very unfortunate.
Luckily for them, even though they are clowning a little bit and getting a few people down here and there, they still have that one player advantage, and none of them have died so far. So they are very much ahead in terms of Matthias's health. In fact, they've actually caught up by 5%, so they're 15% ahead right now. They are definitely going to take it right now. The last 5%.
They absolutely are in a position to do just that. IA are a little bit behind right now.
And there he goes.
Just a few
Matthias
moments.
is down for No Hesitation.
God, the stream delay. Getting trolled right now. HT is going to win in a little bit on the stream. Here he goes. Last percent melted. There we go. HT are the winners. Another fairly close match there. But once again, we see that low manning or having less players on the first two bosses in Salvation Pass really does make a big difference for Matthias, as they were relatively even and even made a bit of a misplay with regards to their strategy on the Bandit trio and was still able to pull out ahead. And I didn't stop the timer. Oh my God. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's fine.
Nice one.
It's fine. Got a bit distracted there. We good? HT wins. GG, well played. And that means they will be advancing onwards to face Harmonize on Wing 3, which will be our next match.